Hi YouTubers, my name is Mayan and welcome to my new channel Data Love Learning Together. This is my first video on database. Here we will learn together everything about the data, starting from installation of the database to performing queries on it and then till managing the database. As this is an introductory video, we'll make it really short, but make sure to watch till the end as we will be learning about the keywords such as data, database, and why we need the database. Please hit the like button if you learned something new today. Let's begin with the data. So what exactly is the data? Data is everywhere. Data is surrounded all around us. Data is a collection of fact, numbers, observation, measurement, graph, information, qualities, everything. We use it to store data on papers. We make files and put them in cabinets like this. In this, I'm talking about like in 70s and 80s, where we make the file folders, put it in a cabinet. It's the management of such files is very difficult. Also, it's very time consuming to find a person's record out of these cabinet files. But as we move on, like in 90s and 20s, the current century, we are moving into the electronical world where we are storing our data in online in a database kind of format files, which is electronic. It can be a Excel file, it can be a Word file, or a specified database related thing. So what exactly is the database? So what exactly the database is? Database is an organized collection of data, generally stored and accessed electronically from a computer system. As I mentioned, like sometimes when we have started learning about the computers, we started using the Word, Microsoft Word, Excel. Currently, we say spreadsheet. So all these are also part of a database only. Okay, so database is nothing but a structured data that organize the information in a very specified manner, where you have number of rows and columns and we store them, right? So this is an example of a Excel file where we store the data in number of columns and rows. And now if we continue about the database, like there are some other specified databases, and most of the database contains multiple tables which may include several different fields in it. Like we need to store numeric field, it can be a kind of account number, student roll number, marks, age. There can be a string field like the student name, person name, business name, the category. So where databases are more complex, they are often developed using some formal, they need some specific designs and model techniques need to be used when you are going to a specified database. I'm not talking about the Microsoft Word or the Excel or the spreadsheet. If you are going with a specified database, then it need to be designed properly, modeling it properly so that your data can be stored firmly there. Now, if we talk, this is a diagram where how the database looks like, where it has some tables which are connected to each other. There are some fields, like I said, you need to store some integer values. So you have int there. You can store the date format. So for that, we have a date time. There are various data types in it. For string type, like the name, we have a varchar or varchar, from which side you are coming and how do you pronounce it. Either it can be a varchar or varchar. It's up to you how to pronounce it. Now, why we need the database? Like now we know understand that what is data and what is database, but why we need the database when we already have a Word or Excel to store our data? electronically. We can access them anytime, from anywhere. But what is the need for the database? So database supports actually good data access because suppose you have a large volume of data. Excel has some limitations. It cannot exceed more than 60,000 of rows, but you have a data where you want to store more than that of data. In that case, we need a specified database. Again, Excel can be used by only you. If you are using spreadsheet from the um, OneDrive or the Google Drive, probably you can share it. But again, there are some limitations. But when you are using a specified database, then multiple users can read and modify the data at the same time without impacting each other. Databases are searchable and sortable. You can search the data very easily and quickly. You can sort the data very quickly and easily, so that the data you need to find can be available quickly and easily. That's the beauty of the database. That's why we need the database in our activity, or in the real world, I'll say. So to to so to have the feel of like how the database or all those looks like, we'll see in the upcoming videos. but but to just give you an overview, like there are two type of databases, which is one is called as SQL database, another is a NoSQL database, or you can say that relational database or the non-relational database. So when we say the SQL or relational database, we have a relational and analytical. And in NoSQL, we have a column family, graph database, document database, key value. And if we talk about specific database companies who provide the relational and the NoSQL databases, these are the companies which provides. You might have heard about Oracle, Microsoft Server, MySQL, IBM, DB2, PostgreSQL. So all these are relational databases. And there are some non-relational databases like MongoDB, Neo4j, and so on. So these are the non-relational databases, which we will explore in the upcoming videos. But just remember that to interact with these databases, there are some specified languages are there. To interact with the relational database, we have a SQL who like communicate with the databases for us. SQL, it stands for structured query language. Some people call it as SQL. Some people call it as SQL. Again, it depends how you want to pronounce it or from where you are coming from. In short, SQL is the name for the language that is used to communicate with the databases that's for your data, right? And so that's it for this video. If you are interested in learning more about the data, please hit the like button if you learned something today new, and consider subscribing the channel to learn more about the data and the database. Also hit the bell icon to get notified for my next videos. And if you are interested in data science related articles, then I have wrote some articles on the data science foundation, which you can see here. There are good articles written by me, as well as there are other authors as well who has written more good articles there, which you can go to this white paper and you can see. Let me show you. You see here are the top contributors: Balakrishnan Subramanian, Abhishek Misra. So there are a lot good articles over here about the data used in the data science, machine learning, deep learning, and so on. So just give me a comment. What did you like over this? What do you don't like it? And happy learning. See you on the next video.